Hey, welcome, replay viewers. My name is Kirby Ingles. I'm a transformation and leadership coach, as well as a father of four and an Army veteran. And today, I just wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about the poem If in this book. Now, I first ran across this poem probably about 7 or 8 years ago when I was working with the Art of Manliness material. And it was some very interesting material. And let me put this on here real quick. And so I was reading a lot of this material. I was consuming a lot of it. And actually went out and bought this series or set that comes in a cigar box. And it was completely transformational for me in the time frame, in the period of my life that I was in. And like I said, I had run across this poem called If by Rudyard Kipling. And I believe it was 1895 that he wrote this and published it. And I think it's foundational for men to really take a look at this poem and to think about their character as it relates to this poem. And when I first began to read this poem, I was just reading it, right? And then when I got to the last sentence, that really transformed me, right? It was just the last line. It meant a whole lot to me. And I will tell you, I actually started to memorize this poem. And after my son was born, I began to read this poem. Every night that I would rock him to sleep, I would actually go through the verses of this poem and say the ones that I actually knew to him. And try to recite it as much as possible. And it just meant a lot to me. And I wanted to impart this type of character or this idea onto my son. And I still try to do that today. And so I just want to kind of talk to you a little bit about it and then read it to you and see how you feel about it, and if this resonates with you and you might feel something for this and it may be something that you want to adopt as your creed, much like I have tried to do this. Now, I mean, I am not perfect according to this poem. I still have things in my life that I need to work on, but it's a idea of a type of man that I want to become. And so I'm going to read it to you here for a second. So, If by Rudyard Kipling, 1895. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. And if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, next page, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it all on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but none too much, If you could fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. In which is more, you'll be a man, my son. So, I've been referencing that poem quite a bit over the last month or so, and I don't know why I stopped reciting that to my kids. Maybe it was a move, maybe it was a change in environment and a change of pace in life and things like that. But it's time to kind of get back to that. And I hope you found this useful and this strikingly important for your character, but also for your conduct and how you go about your place in the world. And this is Kirby Ingles from Kirby Ingles Life Coaching Solutions. And I hope you found this material useful. And we'll talk to you soon.